Have you ever felt like the world is becoming more and more chaotic, like the rules we all thought we lived by are starting to fray at the edges? You're not just imagining it. We're living through a massive shift, a move away from a world dominated by one or two superpowers towards what experts call a multipolar world. Now, you might think, great, more voices at the table, more perspectives, a more inclusive global order, right? Well, the reality is proving to be a lot more complicated and, frankly, a lot more unstable. It seems we're not building a new, better order. Instead, we're stumbling into a kind of managed chaos. Think about it. For decades, there was a certain predictability to global politics. There were established institutions, alliances, and a set of rules, even if they weren't always followed perfectly. But now that structure is unraveling. We see rising powers like China, India, Brazil, and regional players all asserting their influence. They're challenging the old guard and demanding a bigger say. On the surface, this sounds like a good thing, a rebalancing of power, but the problem is, we haven't agreed on the new rules of the game. It's like a bunch of teams have shown up to play, but everyone has a different rulebook. The result? Constant friction and rivalry. This rivalry is spilling over into every aspect of our lives. Look at global crises like climate change, pandemics, or economic instability. These are problems that no single country can solve alone. They require unprecedented cooperation. But instead of coming together, major powers are often more focused on outmaneuvering each other. Cooperation becomes a bargaining chip, held hostage by geopolitical competition. It's a dangerous game where everyone, ultimately, loses. What's even more concerning is the return of a very old, very dangerous idea. Might makes right, like China, Russia, and the US are doing. This isn't just a cynical warning anymore. It's becoming the operating principle for many actors on the world stage. We see it when international laws are ignored, when borders are challenged by force, and when economic power is used as a weapon to coerce smaller nations. The institutions that were meant to prevent this, like the United Nations, are often paralyzed by the very rivalries they are supposed to mediate. When the most powerful countries can veto action or simply choose to ignore rulings they don't like, the system loses its credibility. It sends a message to the rest of the world that the only law that truly matters is the law of the jungle. So, where does this leave us? We're in a destructured world, a world without a clear architect or a shared blueprint for the future. It's a landscape of constant negotiation, shifting alliances, and simmering conflicts. Nations are forming ad hoc coalitions based on specific interests, rather than long-term value-based alliances. It's a pragmatic, but also a very volatile way of conducting international affairs. This isn't a call for a return to the old ways, which had their own deep flaws and inequalities. But it is a wake-up call. The transition to a multipolar world isn't an automatic upgrade. Without a renewed commitment to shared principles, international law, and genuine cooperation, we risk creating a future that is not more just or equitable, but simply more dangerous and chaotic for everyone. The challenge for our generation is to navigate this managed chaos and try to build something better from it. It requires us to be more informed, more engaged, and more demanding of our leaders to prioritize collaboration over conflict. The future of the global order isn't written yet, and it's up to all of us to influence the story. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Timeless Hub for more insights into the forces shaping our world.